We're going to go to we're going to go straight to terminology. Terminology is very important for many reasons. See, one, the business that we are, we have to operate like a professional. One of the things I've been shouting about, we're not, this is our hobby. This is our business. And we're going to put a lot of money into it. Many of us don't know how much you need to put into pre-production. By the end of today, it's very clear. In January, we did a training in this place, and somebody came here all the way from Delta. And one of the things he said at the beginning was that I want to have the biggest farm in Delta State. I want to start with 300 pigs. And I want to, and right away, as you mentioned, I said, no, you cannot start with 300 pigs. I said, why? I want it to be the biggest farm. I said, okay. And because of the training, you will know that you cannot start with the big three. I said, no, I'm going to start with 300. I said, okay, let's get some statistics. If you believe it that much, do you know how many kg of feed? Do you know start with 300 females? I said, do you know how many kg of feed you need to feed your female pig every day? He said, no, I said 3 kg. 3 kg. I said, okay, that's fine. That's put 3 kg down. I said, put 3 kg down. I said, do you know how much is the cost of 1 kg of feed of pig? He said, I don't know. I said, I do. It's 60 kg. It's 60 naira per kg. For 60 naira, so 3 times 60. That's how much you're going to feed a pig for one day. You know, 180. Still look at the 1 car for 180. I said, multiply that by 300 pigs in your that you want to start with. He said, multiply. I said, multiply by 365 days a year. And by the time he had that all together, we're talking about nearly 20 million. I said, that's just for the female pig. We don't even calculate it. You know, female will not give us it. There's not to be equivalent males. There's going to be about 30 males. So I said, add 30 males to that. I said that every 6 months, they'll be giving you 1,800 pigs. And each one of them, to feed them to, those one will not stay in your farm forever. They will be staying 7 months. And you need 12,000 to feed those ones. Too much to where you can sell them. And by the time you start calculating it, it was, I just saw him sitting down, sitting down in the chair. And then, if the chair is not made of, we will have gone through the wall and come out. Because then they realize that if you are starting with 300 pigs, which many of us will have done, because we want to have a big pig farm, which is very good. Because one of the things I believe in pig production in Nigeria is that if we start in Nigeria, one of the few countries in the world where we do things in large. It's unfortunate we've not utilized that to develop our country. Nigeria, don't look at the houses we build. We don't build houses. Go to some of the places. Go to Igbo land, go to Lekki. You see a family of 4. They are staying in a 6 or 7 or 10 or 15 bedroom house. So who is sleeping on the rest? You can only sleep in one a day. Even if you are sleeping on one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on a bed per day. Some of them, the family is too small. And what happens is that the children travel abroad or go to university. Only 2 people are sleeping in a 7 or 15 bedroom house. We always do our things big. But imagine we diversify that same attitude towards pig farming. And we started with that kind of 300. That's why if you have the money, if you're Dangote of this world, 300 is not too big. Or passenger of this world. Or ex-army general. I'm not saying ex-army general, but all of them seem to become a farmer after retirement. If you can afford it, the more the better, because then to To export pig into, I was talking to, when I was in the UK, the other time, I was talking with a pig exporter, importer to China. And he was saying that the minimum they can already, the smallest they can do is about 2,000 pigs a month. Because that's the way that feed the small sheep crate. That basically they might be 10,000 pigs, but 2,000 pigs a month, but they want it big pig a month. It's not 100 kg type, or it's not 65 kg. And they want the minimum MOU they can send is 12 months. Now to fulfill that order alone, you require 35 to 40 pigs. And to give that to that, you require another 5,000 pigs. So you need another 45,000 pigs. Now, not many of us can reach 35,000 pigs. And I'm happy to share that knowledge with everybody. So that if my brother said, I send the one in January as the cheapest. I can say, in February, you're going to send the one in February, you're going to send the one in March, you're going to send the one in May, by then I have another pig, I'll send the one in June. And you're going to do the July. Or that way we can fulfill all that without having to kill myself. And ends, so if you can supply 2 months, you just give me a break. So that's why what's so peculiar about pig production in that the scope is very huge. But to get there, once you've started, the people that come behind you cannot easily overtake you, even if they have all the money. Because they can't have all the experience, they can't have all the training. So I always say to people, no matter how much you can afford it is, minimum of, as a commercial farm, you can't start less than a minimum of 10 female and 2 males. And probably another 20 winners. I'll be telling you why you do that later. So, but we need to get the terminologies right because, like I said, we have to be professional. Boa, we don't call them male pig, we call them boa. And the boa is the one that you use to breed, the one that be mating your female. We call them boa. Sow is a female pig that has given birth before. Gilt is the one that has not given birth before. So that means what I've just reached puberty, 8 months, is called gilt. When it has given birth once, become a sow. Farrow is like labor. When you come back, you say, my pigs have been laboring since yesterday. I'll laugh at you. I'll say no, they've not been laboring. It's female human being that labor. Pig farrow, they're giving birth. Because they don't give birth to 1 or 2, they give birth to multiple, it's farrow. When you tell me, my brother was telling me that during the little break, that he has an animal that they give birth to 7. I was expecting to say 7 liters. No, not 7 liters. That's your group of pigs. So if I say to your farm, what's the average litter size in your farm? I expect you to give me, when your animal give birth, what's the number that normally give birth to? Like the farm we went to at Abraham last week, a year ago when they started, the animal used to give birth to 7. Through some of the things we did, which are going to be looked at today, is animal not giving birth to 8.5. Now it's not that there's a half pig somewhere. Some are giving back to 9, some are giving back to 10, some are giving back to 8. So when you average, it's about 8.5. And so that's average amount, and that's very important when you are buying pigs from any farm. You want to ask them how many pigs, because it's a litter size that they have on their farm that you're going to replicate in your farm. And once you replicate it, you can now build on it. So if they're giving back to 4, when they get to your own farm, they give back to 4. Now there's something you can do to improve it. But it's always good to start at a very optimal. In Nigeria, I think the average is about 5 or 6. So if you get to a farm and the average is about 7 or 8, it's fine. These are some of the things that you look at when we get to. So piglets is individual pigs. So the man was correct, was saying they have 6 piglets, but they all had problems. So piglets is individual, litter is the group. Winner is when, very interesting, when a female pig gives birth to a baby, to a piglet, they stay with their mother for between 5 to 8 weeks. Now, abroad, they normally win their piglet at 4. Because from the chat room, I see that many of us look at the internet and we use it to benchmark what is happening in our farm. We really have to be very careful, because one of the things I've done with my video, why you like watching my video, was that when I wanted to start, I wanted to do it from African perspective. So whatever I'm doing on my farm, you can do it on your farm. And things that you don't have, like nipples, I'll tell you go and buy nipples, because it's more efficient to have it on your farm. But I won't say, well, in abroad they put pigs, they keep in kind of environment like that you can control the temperature. Can we do that in Nigeria? Electricity, we've had electricity in Felele for the last 18 hours. It's a miracle. I was telling God this morning that God, even God Almighty, sanctioned this project because in Felele we don't have that kind of light. I hope I've not spoken too quickly. Have you put oil in the generator? I know I'm a man of little faith, but I don't want you to be in it. But it's a miracle. So that's this kind of environment so that they can regulate the temperature. Somebody was asking me again that about crates, to you following crates. And I'm trying to tell the person on the that all these things are good, but they will make your pig production unprofitable. People that win their pigs, I was talking about winners, they win their pigs at 4 weeks because what they give their pig is more than what we give our pigs. It's as equal to the breast milk. So when they want to win their pig, they put milk, they put whey, which is an extra for milk, they put sugar, they put soya, they put maize, not maize bran, not corn bran, they put real corn. In fact, they use the quality gem of corn into the feed. So the milk is more equivalent. The reason why I'm saying that is, it's very easy to say that I want to go and buy foreign breed that is big. And when you look at the size, you won't ask for the age. You need to ask for the age. Because the fact that it's big doesn't mean that the digestive system is well developed enough to be able to handle the PKC, the rice bran you're going to be giving on your farm. So what tends to happen if you're not very careful is that you buy quality pig, you give to your farm and they start going down in weight. Because what you're giving them is not what they're giving them over there. In my car, I'm going to show you, in my car, I went to somebody that that has good breeds, imported breeds. And as we were talking, he showed me some things he gives. There's a powdered milk. He has to give me a box of powdered milk. I have it in my car. I'm going to show you. Just remind me when we have another break. I go and bring it in my car. That's what he gives to feed that pig. And I was telling him that's very good. But the thing you have to realize, don't forget this is a profitable pig farming. You are going to, when you are putting things into your pigs, you have to realize how much you are going to sell it for. I'm sorry, in Nigeria that we are in, if you can sell your pig for 550 naira per kg, you've done very well. And that means you're going to sell your pigs at 550 or 500 naira per kg, or even 450 to some areas. That means the amount you give to that pig, you must be able to know whether there's any profit margin. So hence at this stage, take your pen out. If you, in Nigeria, from our experience, it takes 4 to 5 kg of feed to get 1 kg of flesh. It takes 4 to 5 kg of feed to get 1 kg of flesh. Now, what is the significance of that? That means when you send your staff out to go and buy your feed, when you compound it, you must know what you have, what the kg, what it costs kg per feed on your farm is. I was in a farm yesterday and the guy said he spends 57 naira per kg. We're going to go to the feed production, but you need to know that. The reason why you need to know that is that if you are doing your feed for 50 naira per kg, and you know you need to feed 4 times of that, 4 to 5 times of that, 50 times 5 is what? 50 times 5, 250. That means if your staff are buying feed for 250, if they are buying for 50 naira, and you know you're going to be 5 of that to get 1 meat, that means if you look at it that way from your desk or from your, as the manager in your farm office or in your farm at work, you can know that if you are buying feed at 50 naira, if you are going to look at cost and that 5 kg of feed will give you 1 kg of meat, which is going to cost, which you're going to sell for 500. You know if you take 250 out of 500, it's still okay. You have gross profit of 250. Do you understand what I just said now? It's very important. I'll just repeat it again. I'm going to be mentioning things like this because I want to start giving you indices, things you can use to measure. So you won't wait till you sell a pig before you know whether you're making profit. If you start, I'll change the figure a bit. I told you it's 5 kg. I say it's 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is depending on the quality. In UK and America, it's 3 kg of feed. That gives you 1 kg. But they don't use waste. In Nigeria, we use waste to feed our pig. Which makes sense because waste, the cost of ordinary feed is very expensive and we are competing with human beings and we don't produce enough. They produce enough to put it somewhere. They don't know what to do with it, so they're giving some to pigs. But we don't have enough, so we're using waste. And as I was saying that Nigerian pig farmers should be given an award for worldwide organic pig farming because we're helping them to make use of the waste. Brewery will produce, they will take a corn, they will put water in it, they will put this in it, they will extract they will turn it to alcohol after 3 days, they will extract the alcohol out of it. Normally they wait, they normally throw it away. But here comes with the big farmer. We are creating a menu for them, don't throw it away. When I started pig farming, they used to give you they used to ask you to come and pack it. This man, at the end of the day, they used to give you a truck, they used to pack it in a truck and they take it to your farm for free. But as we like in Nigeria, all of a sudden bombarding them. Now if you want to buy very well, you have to kill. And you have to pay money for it. In the early days when I started in the 84s, they give you for free. So we are helping them to wait, something they would have thrown away, we are helping them to find a use for them. So it makes sense that we don't feed our pigs with raw food, we feed them with waste. So that's why it's no longer 3 kg, it's between 4 and 5 kg, depending on the quality of feed. So if you put soya and GNC in yours, 4 kg will be enough to give you 1 pound of flesh. But for the train, I'm going to use the lowest common denominator. So let's assume it's 5 kg of feed. That's going to give you 1 kg of meat. So when your staff goes to the market and you ask, I'm going to be talking about compounding feed, I'm going to talk too much about that. But when you compound all the feed together, let's say you compound 100 kg of feed for 6,000. That means you divide that 100 by 6,000, that gives you 16 naira per kg. That's how much you compound your feed. Is that clear? So if you, how much feed do you compound? 100 kg. How much did it cost you? 6,000. If you divide 6,000 by 100, that gives you 16 naira per kg. So you can say to yourself, 16 naira per kg. If I feed them, and I'm going to feed 5 of that to my pig to get 1 kg of meat. So 60 times that 5 kg is how much? 300. And you sell your pig for 500 naira per kg. What's the gross profit? 200. It's not the profit you are going to start spending on. But at least in terms of decision making, even if they say they see the pig for 70 naira, you can just multiply it by 5 and say, okay, the margin is very small, but there's still profit margin in there, and I can still go ahead and buy it. The reason why I said that is that, for example, if you're a pig farmer, when it's come to September, August and September, you need to start stocking up. Because if you don't stock up at September, August and September, by middle of actually August, what I mean by stocking up is this. I know I'm digressing a bit, but it's so important because I remember very important names. I will always use that, but don't worry, I will go back to my terminology. If you don't stock up, you do not around September to December, the demand for fish ingredients always goes very high. Every year since I've been doing Nigeria in Nigeria. And that's a cycle that if you don't plan for, all the good work you've been doing, all the money you save from January to August can get wiped out right in front of you. You won't lose, your farm will not collapse, but all your profit that you make between January and August can get wiped. Because from September, people that are raising birds for Christmas will start buying feed ingredients. And some of the ingredients they buy affect us because they too use part of what we use. So the demand for feed ingredient goes high. And when it goes high, the price will go up as well. So they disturb the trend. So what I always say as a pig farmer, as part of the strategy, by August, if you're going to borrow money from the bank, even at 10% interest rate, it's still better because PKC went last year from 30 to nearly as high as 55 naira per kg. Now there's no way you're going to feed your pig. Just PKC, if PKC is 55 kg, by the time you compound the feed, it will be around 80 because PKC alone takes about 60% of the feed ingredient. So imagine you are raising your pig at 80 naira per kg, 90 naira per kg. Don't forget, multiply that 90 by 5 kg, it gives you 450. Yeah, you're making 50 naira profit, but you're still going to pay your staff. You're going to pay your generator cost. You're going to pay your wear and tear of going up and down, repair cars. So that's why it's so important as a farmer, we need to be very expedient in terms of when we buy our things and how we buy them. That's digression, by the way. So winners was, it takes 4 weeks. So abroad they win their pig for 4 weeks, but in Nigeria, with the kind of feed we feed our pigs, we need to wait till between 6 to 8 weeks before we win our pigs. And some of us, you go to farm, we not even have to just look at the feed, they look very well-rounded, you buy it, you take it to your farm, they start losing weight. You're not losing weight not because the feed is good, not because you have biosecurity problem, but because they are digestive, they are still baby pigs that should be sucking their mother's breast. But you've taken them, you're not even giving them eba or malala stuff. You're giving them yam and beans for a 6-month-old baby. I mean, even if they hit the beans, it will come out whole, out of their bubble because they say to themselves, that's why you have problems. So your fish, you just get on your farm, they are not performing very well for a long time. So that's winners. Winners are many. We're going to talk more about that. The growers are when these piglets have been taken from them. So they stay with their piglets will stay with their mother for 8 weeks. After 8 weeks, we take the mother out. And the animals that they are called winners, they've been weaned from their mother. And when they are winners up, so they become when they are 20 kg until they reach 20 kg, they are called growers. And after that, they become finisher. Is that very clear? Okay. It is very clear. My brother, what is litter? I'm not going to say, okay, generally, what's litter? Yeah?
A group of winners.
Fantastic. Piglet. What is fallow? Exactly. What's piglet? I've asked a couple of them. What's boa? What kind of male is it? There are two kinds of male on the farm. They're all mature. Male for breeding. Because there are other males in the farm. But what's the only male in the farm? The one that is for breeding is called boa. The one that's been not for breeding will have been castrated. And tomorrow you're going to castrate that animal. And you're going to see blood. Lots of blood. And some of you are going to have your head turned. But why am I going to make you go through that? You are planning to have, let's say you are planning to have 2,000 pigs in your farm by December next year. And that's I always expect to start that. Half of that animal is going to be male. Because that's the law of nature. It's 50-50. It's only in big seminar. It's always 50-50. That's how God balances it. That's why there's always no male and female. If you don't find a wife, it's because you don't look hard enough. But God has, except there's a war. When a lot of young men died, God always do it so. You discover that you have all your children are female. All is you'll be thinking, if 3 of you may have females, then you see a man, a group of other men that are out there. So God always balances it up that it's always equal. Okay? Believe me, that's how God made it, except there's a war. Now, that means if that is so, that means you're going to have 1,000 pigs. Now, if you call Beatrice and if you have Beatrice to come and do castration for you, because they're a senior consultant, they charge you 300 naira package, 300 naira per piglet. If you call me to come and do it for you, and you come for this training, I will not charge you anything less than 500. Now, half of 2,000 is 1,000. So that means you'll be spent for Beatrice and if you have Beatrice, you'll be spending 300,000 for something you can learn to know how to do by yourself. So if I teach you tomorrow, you don't have to want to do it. When you need to castrate colors, we will gladly come and do it for you. But it's expedient for you that you know how to do it. So that's why we do train about it. It's bloody. And the reason why we castrate is that when you castrate, you remove the odor. And it makes them grow very quickly because you will not be distracted. So because when pigs reach about 5 months, 4-5 months, they start looking for male females to climb. And in the way to do that, they'll be using all their energy. If they don't find male, female, they'll climb each other, they'll climb the wall, they'll do everything. And that energy they're using to do that is what you have become your weight. Don't forget we're in a weight business. You're in a weight business. You buy your pigs, you want to raise them to 65 kg within 6 months and sell them off. Your pigs, the one that you're not raising for weight, you want them to give back this one. In 6 months time, give back again. But when they give back, immediately the piglet land on the floor, in 7 months time, they should be out of the farm. So you want to, within that 6 months, you want to acquire 80 kg every month for the next 6 months to 7 months. So because that's your goal and your objective as a pig farmer, you don't want them to waste energy doing something else. Apart from if there's a male for breeding, few of them is always ratio 1 to 10. But if you have 10 pigs in your farm, you need 2 males. So if your objective is to do that, you don't want them to be wasting time to cry. On my farm, we don't waste time. When we wake up in the morning, other people who wake up in the morning, they spend all the time to clean their farm out. Pigs are shouting, they're still cleaning. When you wake up in the morning, you give them small food. So that you eat that one and go and sit down. Because if we allow them to keep on making noise, they're using some energy to make noise. And that energy is equal to meat. And that meat is what my money going out in the ear. So I don't want it to go in the ear, so don't cry. You're hungry. You just wake up in the morning, you're hungry. If I clean a little area, Beatrice, that area, pack it. Just give them a little food. Let them eat a little food. And then they will allow you to cleanse. And when they finish cleaning, give them food. Don't let them make noise. All the noise when you're coming to your farm and you hear noise, that's your money going into the ear, and you're not broadcasting station, so you're not going to get any from here. I'm saying this because it's as detailed as that, because you don't want them to waste energy. So also is water. If you're in your farm and there's no water, we went to the farm yesterday. Yesterday. Yes. And we got there, I look at the animal, everything looked very well. The feed, I look at the feed competition. I said, how come this animal still, the feed is very good. When do you deworm them? Deworm them. I just went to they have nipples. I just went to their nipple and I touched it like this. There was no water in it. Now in this temperature, with the air condition on, which one would you prefer right now? A cold water or a bowl of yam and beans? It's cold water first. You don't want, because yam and beans is very good, but you won't eat a lot before you get tired. Because